What's going on, my today people? I appreciate you all for tuning in yet again for another episode. This is getting to be real fun for me, y'all. Like I said, I really appreciate it. Today's been an interesting day. Me personally, I had a dentist appointment yesterday, and this is a new dentist. The one I actually started going to this location for. This is a time of my life where not and nobody out there get offended. I know we're in an interesting world, but this was a time in my life where literally I was only looking for quote unquote black female healthcare workers, doctors, dentists, whatever the case is, whatever it was. I just felt more comfortable with a, again, quote unquote black woman. If for those who aren't in the Central Florida area, I live in Oviedo. That's, I guess, general Orlando, Florida area. But in my particular area, it's somewhat the suburbs, or definitely is the suburbs. It is not that easy, at least in the insurance network that I'm in, to find said, again, quote unquote, black female doctors and healthcare workers, like dentists and stuff like that. It was not an easy feat. I found one. She was cool. I like her a lot, and she ended up leaving the office, man. Like she a bop now. She away now. It's a bit of a drive to get to her now. So it's like, damn, like, do I just stay here now? Like, and it's not bad. The office is still, the service, I guess, is still still all right, but it just, like you feel like certain people, you can look in their eyes, or you can get the general feel, the energy just feels good. It's like they know you, they're not uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Like other people, we don't quite get that as much, you know what I mean? And I mean, maybe it'll come with time, I'll give it that. But so I had that dentist appointment. I didn't want to stray too much, but went to the dentist appointment yesterday, and this new doctor, or this new dentist, was looking over, doing what they do, cleaning and all that kind of stuff. This is my biannual visit, I guess you can say. But she apparently saw something that was a little bit of a concern to her. For my whole history of going to the dentist, which has been like maybe the past like 5 years, something like that, it's been damn near A- grade. Like, oh, your teeth are great, you still have all 32. We don't see that often. So I ain't gonna front. I was about to say I took it with a grain of salt, but I'm lying. That's completely false. It got to my head a little bit. Oh, I have perfect teeth. I never been to the dentist. Blah 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 blah. I ain't gonna front. This lady yesterday, humbled me a little bit, just a little bit. She let me know that there was what they call a malocclusion on one side of my mouth, which is where your teeth don't perfectly line up. I feel like she just wanted to humble me, y'all. For real. I felt, they must have had some nice stuff to say about me in my dentist files, and she just felt like humbling me. That's the best thing I can come up with. So, where we at? 7 minutes? Can I curse now? But hey, fuck her. How about that? I mean, she suggested I go to an orthodontist, which I did today. Quick turnaround, and he definitely didn't seem as pressed as she did. I don't know. I'm gonna give her a few more chances, though. I'm gonna give her a few chances. We'll see how she turns out. But long story short, the orthodontist didn't see anything of concern. I thought I was gonna need braces. He said it could be an option if I wanted to perfect my smile, or that issue, I guess you could say, with the alignment of the teeth on the right side of my mouth in the back, like where nobody sees. Like he was like, I mean, you could improve, I guess, functionality, but I'm like, my teeth function fine. Like I don't have any issues. I mean, outside of typical maybe grinding a little bit when I sleep, or I think I used to do that, but it was an interesting 2 days in regards to, my feelings being played with a little bit as far as my oral health, the health of the pause, the health of my teeth, because I tend to take that pretty serious, because I hate to serious it out, like Joe Budden would say, but people die over bad oral health. So like I said, take that very seriously, very seriously. I need to start flossing more. I'm not even gonna front. But man, that's enough about my dental escapades, I guess you can call it. Like I said, man, I hope everybody's doing well out there. Things are crazy nowadays. Between politics, AI taking jobs, and people shooting stuff up, man. We have we our country is definitely in our world, man. Just in case there's somebody listening in Nicaragua or Zimbabwe, things are crazy all over the place, man. A lot of people are struggling, and on the flip side to that, there's a lot of people, I guess, seemingly living great lives, or living in excess, or whatever the case is. And I'm not even blind to that. We're in America. You know, we're doing fine. First world problems, as they say. But let's see. And for those who maybe this is your first time listening, my name is Wendy. Again, this is Dear Future Robots, a show I came up with, a concept I came up with, obviously just based on the path that we're headed in right now as a world, man. Like everything is more and more tech centered, right? Like right now, we like to call it artificial intelligence, but putting two and two together, there's going to be a time where that artificial intelligence is no longer artificial. It's just intelligence, right? And with things as precarious as they are right now in our country, I mean, we still, I say we, this country, tizity, like our great country or whatever the case is still in somewhat of a proxy war with Russia, it would seem. And I say proxy because we're funding Ukraine. You know what I mean? Like, there's literally people donating money and stuff to Ukraine, a place they've probably never been. And as a country, I guess they're using our tax dollars to give Ukraine weapons and stuff like that. And hey, I get it. I just wish this thing would resolve itself in some kind of peaceful way. A world war is not something that I'm interested in getting into, but that's where we're at now, man. Things are tough, man. things are tough, and somehow this is still the most peaceful time ever to live, right? And it, definitely in modern history, but I don't know. We're in a very interesting place, man. I really hope this doesn't continue to progress, but hey. But like I said, this is Dear Future Robots. The world is heading towards cybernetics. What is it called? From Terminator? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's just heading towards that world. Like, you got like billionaire nerds making their biggest fantasies come alive. Like Star Wars, Star Trek. I don't know, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I don't know. These guys, Elon and Bezos, all these nerds that we've allowed to amass more wealth than God. They're literally just turning their sci-fi dreams into reality, and we're sitting back while they're doing it, like they're heroes or something. Meanwhile, you never see heroes in movies behave like this, or shows. Like, this is always villainous behavior. But I guess we'll see how all that progresses. But I like to, if for those who don't know, leave time capsule questions each episode for the future robots or artificial intelligence or intelligence that'll find this broadcast in the future, right? That's the whole point of the show. Again, I got a little sidetracked there, but that's the point of the show. But it also allows me to get my opinions, my takes, just overall how I'm feeling out to the world, who I like to call my today people, right? I like it. It's therapeutic. It's therapeutic. This is beginning to be more and more fun for me, as opposed to feeling like just excess work. And I really hope you guys are enjoying it. I call this a journey, and I'm just happy you guys are just along for the ride, right? But on today's episode, right, I want to definitely talk about a super, 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 and trigger warning, guys, trigger warning. It's a very hot button issue right now. If you having gun problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a strap ain't one. Hit me. Ja Morant. Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies. Young man, I think they say he's 23. Man, got caught on his IG story apparently at a club in Colorado, putting the strap to his ear like a money phone. Wow. Wow. That's all I got to say about that for now. We're going to get back into that, but that's going to be one of the things we're talking about today. And I also want to talk about that Chris Rock stand-up that I thought it was very funny. I'm not naturally, I guess you could say, a Chris Rock comedy fan, but he surprised me. And I think the last topic I want to touch on quickly is going to be, I guess you can call it the new Bobby and Whitney, but we'll get there when we get there, right? And I guess lastly, we're going to talk about hip hop's influence, hip hop's effect, more specifically, gangsta rap. The effect it has on our culture right now has been very interesting. It's something that's been sitting on my chest, so I definitely, obviously, want to get into that. But let's let this run. This is just an intro. I know it's a little long, but let's get into it, man. Dear future robots, is Elon Musk still going to be around? Is he still going to be like, what is he going to be like, the Futurama head in the or brain in the vase or whatever that thing was? Like, is he going to be the brain in the vat? Is he still going to have Tesla in the future? Are we going to have like Tesla flying cars? Like, what's up? How you guys moving out there? You rolling around? Like, what's going on? Like, how's the world? I want to know. Fuck with me though, dear future robots. Let's go. Dear future robots, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I just thought of something when I brought up Lex Luthor. I mean Elon Musk. Uh, how does chatbot, I guess, in the future, work with Neuralink? Right? And for those who don't know, Neuralink is a program that Elon Musk, aka Lex Luthor, his company has been working to put together. Literally, like I said, it's just a lot of these. I'm not even gonna call them nerds, but a lot of these tech enthusiasts, these lifetime comic book read, people who grew up like that, self-proclaimed smart guys. I I just think a lot of these wealthy ones, excuse my Apple Watch there, a lot of these wealthy ones are just, they have the ability now to make their dreams a reality. And yeah, I don't think you guys can tell me that's not what's happening with Elon. I mean, it's very interesting. It's I'm not gonna salute, but it's definitely intriguing. Not somebody I'd trust though, but it's very intriguing what's going on. Pushing humanity. Imagine that much power, being able to push humanity into wherever you desire, really. But I digress. So yeah, it's a brain and brain slash, I guess, internet interface, uh, which it pretty much eliminates you having to type anything, ask an assistant. It's a chip in your brain as of now, this current iteration. Uh, he just lost the bid to have human trials. So, y'all heard me say, "Dear future robot." I'm gonna pose the question: is this something that is gonna actually go through? When does it go through? Is it sooner than later? Is it successful? Does that kill the need for a chatbot? Are you chatbot? Dear future robot, are you chatbot? Uh, but hey, but yeah, my today people. Let me focus on y'all. So let's get into these topics that I have for y'all today. And you already know what the first one is, as I mentioned earlier. The young man, Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies. What is going on with him? I'm hearing that there's a possibility, per the CBA at least, there's a possibility for a 50-game suspension. That's whenever you have a firearm in your possession, uh, anywhere near anything having to do with the team. Now, they say that this sorry for all that background noise. I'm over here lamping in this chair. But they say that this was after a game, and apparently maybe after or before, I'm sorry. But this was in Colorado, and he was in a club. Last time I checked, he doesn't live in Colorado. So I'm going to just assume, which I don't like to do often, but hey, we're human. I'm going to assume that he was there due to a game. He probably didn't drive his own car there or fly his own plane there, so he's with the team. Yikes. Man, I'm not going to call it a fall from grace at all. I'm not going to do that because even Gilbert Arenas came back. Agent Zero just wasn't quite the same, but even he made it back. So I really hope this kid gets the help he needs. I mean, I know his PR had that perfectly crafted, uh, uh, communication. I'm gonna call it that. That was put out saying how he had. Let me see if I could find it for you guys. Uh, let's see, Jamarant's letter, I guess. But I think that thing was perfectly crafted. I give it I give it to I give it to his PR, man. They did their thing, throwing in the mental health and the hinting at alcoholism. Like they're doing their thing. Hey, I definitely give it to them. Um, you know, let's see here. Remember, I am extremely proud of my ties in merge stage. Let's see if I could find this right quick. But if not, y'all can actually pull it up. It's very interesting because I don't know Ja from a I don't know him in real life, so I don't know how he grew up. I don't know his family. From the outside looking in, it would look like it's a functioning family. Families can look great on the outside, have that nice veneer, and be hell on the inside, right? So I'm not gonna say he came up in a great family, like I hear a lot of those media members out there saying. I don't know that he grew up in a great family, so to speak, but he came up in at least a what looked like a nuclear, functioning family. So it's kind of strange, but then again, I can't even say that, man, because he clearly listens to a lot of NBA young boy and artists of the like, that kind of new age gangster rap, drill music, whatever you want to call it. And he's a young man, clearly very impressionable. And I get it. A lot of the music that I used to listen to had me, uh, I guess, in private, posing in the mirror or driving, by myself or with friends and rapping lyrics and just thinking, like I was a drug dealer trying. I mean, like I get it. I get it. Hip hop is a very interesting tool. I think one of the most successful tools at controlling a population of people. But we'll get into that a little later. let's stay on Ja Morant. Like y'all don't I don't want to get going on that. But do y'all think he gets suspended? And if y'all do think Ja gets suspended, what happens to his career? I mean, 50 games is only 50 games, but that's the rest of the season and then some. All right. I mean, that throws playoff ambitions out the window, really. Uh, I mean, if they got enough juice to stay in their position, I mean, they're going to be carried by Dylan Brooks. But where does that leave them? You know, and that's just the NBA. What if Colorado, the police department in whatever city he was in, uh, what if this police department, this municipality decides to bring charges against him? You know, that's that's something that I could also see happening. So, jeez, I mean, I don't wish any kind of harm on this kid at all. This man at all. I'm not gonna call him a kid, but geez, man, you really gotta make better decisions, man. Like, fuck all that YOLO stuff, man. Like, you really gotta make better decisions. Um, gotta move different, man. And a lot of people are calling out his parents too, man. That's which is a tough one. In particular, his father. I think his name is T. Morant, what they call him. I've heard people go as far as saying they're not sure of his background, like making it, almost making it seem like they thought that he was a drug dealer or something like that, and maybe that's where John Morant got it from. But we don't know that. That's a lot of speculation. Um, shoot, even me saying that I think it possibly stems from the music. That's speculation. But hey, like I said, we're human. That's what we do. You know what I mean? So let me live. But man, I hope the best for this cat. And honestly, I think the best includes him realizing the just the blatant stupidity in his actions and what he's doing, how he's moving, and what's appealing to him, and how he's choosing to appear to the masses. You know how he's choosing to identify to the masses. I mean, bro, they went as far as calling him a alleging that he's a Crip gang member. The Skip and Shannon show, whatever that's called. That's kind of wild. Like not knowing is kind of wild. Like but yeah, to hear Skip say that was kind of weird. But uh, it's the media, man. I mean, he's kind of fair game now. I mean, and obviously so. I mean, you move like this, you're gonna be fair game for anybody to say what they want in regards to your personal life, your professional life, the family, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I really hope this guy, I guess, gets the help he says he needs. But like I said, I think that was all PR BS. I just think he takes this a bit more serious. I mean, he realizes this is not a game. Changes some of the people around him. Clearly, nobody's there to protect him. If he has to carry a gun, that means he's protecting himself, right? Unless it's just an attempt at the rapper uniform, the notorious rapper uniform. You know what I mean? Like the grill, he has that. The chains, the all the excess jewelry, the gun. The rapper uniform. You know what it is. You know, but hey, more power to him. I'm hoping he and his family are okay, and whatever comes, you got to man up. You got to deal with it and make this change for the better. Because this guy is immensely talented, and I'm a fan of basketball. I don't watch as much as I used to, but you obviously want to see him in the game, right? Obviously, but yeah. All right, so that's enough. That's all I got to say about the John Morant situation. You guys let me know. Hit me up in the comments, in the email. Turn me up on social media, man. I'm gonna start trying to be a little active on social media. Again, for those who know me, uh, social media gives me the heebie-jeebies sometimes. I'm not even gonna front, but hit me up on there, man. Like at Dear Future Robot. I think it's at Dear Future Robots on Insta and everywhere else, but I think Twitter is at Dear Future Robot. I think I met the character limitations or something like that, but turn me up on there, man. I want to get more active. I really do. Yeah. Again, for those who know me, I'm a busy man. I'm a, I'm a busy man. I gotta calm some stuff down for real. Like, I gotta calm some stuff down, man. Gotta chill a little bit. But Chris Rock, did anybody watch the stand up? I think it's called Selective Outrage. Huh? I thought it was awesome. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm not typically the Chris Rock mega fan, or I'm not naturally a fan of his stuff, but you know, I really enjoyed this. I think he had one other stand up that I really enjoyed. Um, but yeah, I think he did his thing. I think that whole fear that existed in the comedy game has slowly been going away. Like all that wokeness, the woke people having the moral high ground. I know now we can see that that's a farce. That was a farce the whole time. And we're back. We're slowly getting back to, I guess, what comedy's supposed to be, right? Like comedy's supposed to challenge the narratives and challenge those in power and challenge uh, a lot. Stat quo, the zeitgeist, the mentalities, the oligarchy, so to speak. So I I'm a major stand up fan and comedy fan in general. So I don't. Hey, they're talking about he has backlash already for this, and I love it. I love it. Um, I'm not gonna say it felt like a Chappelle joint, because Chappelle kind of feels like a very smart monologue. Like you're just sitting there, like it's almost like a speech that makes you chuckle. You know what I mean? And leaves you like, damn, that was, that's how I feel with Chappelle. But what's his name? Not a major fan of this guy, but I gotta give credit where it's due. Andrew Schultz was a huge inspiration, I think, for a lot of people, old and new alike, in the comedy game, to speak your damn mind, man. Like, don't let these people scare you out of a career or scare you out of material. It's one thing to say something uh, hateful just for the sake of it, like some kind of mediocre joke when you're really just throwing hate speech out there. And it's another thing to just be saying something that you noticed, as a comedian does, being social commentary, or giving social commentary, I should say. So, hey, more power to him. Uh, like he had a joke about, I guess, skip ahead a minute or two if you don't want to hear this part, but he had a joke. I mean, stand up comedy. It's not spoiling that. He had a joke about Beyonce and how she's the most beautiful woman he's seen. Obviously, she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. Obviously, but he was saying, man, she's so beautiful and this and that, and she's so beautiful that if she was working at Burger King, like at Burger King, she could still land someone like Jay-Z. Matter of fact, she can still land Jay-Z, a very smart, good businessman, great rapper, billionaire. She could still land him working at Burger King. If she worked at Burger King, she could still get a man like that, or him. And then he goes, but if Jay-Z worked at Burger King, he ain't touching Beyonce, Yeah, and it was funny. That was a good joke that really stood out. But and I probably butchered it. I know. But what y'all think of that, man? Like, let me know what y'all thought about the Chris Rock show, man. I was very happy. It was kind of weird how Netflix rolled this one out, though. The whole live Netflix live type scenario situation. I think they obviously have some bugs and some kinks to work out. Like when you start it, you can't scroll around like you normally do, or move ahead or rewind like you normally do. I use Apple TV. I'm not sure what you guys use to watch Netflix, but I wasn't able to swipe around freely. Like it was just weird. I don't know. It was just weird. Y'all will see what I'm talking about. Those who have already watched it, y'all know what I'm talking about. It was very weird. But this, as far as my knowledge goes, maybe I'm missing something, but this was their first like big like live stand up thing. I obviously don't think he was live. I don't think they had a live feed, but they did have a program that aired before it, and I think after it that was live. And I think that's where the disconnect was at. That's where all the bugs were. But if you haven't watched it, I would definitely suggest to definitely check it out. He didn't hold any punches. Uh, he talked about the slap, obviously, and I think that's what most people were waiting on. But I enjoyed because I knew the whole slap thing was coming. I knew he was, obviously, he were going to talk about it. He wasn't over it. It was interesting because he kept calling Jada a bitch, so yeah, that was interesting. But he's obviously still not over it, and he has all the right to not be over it. He's a grown ass man, and he had another grown ass man put 5 fingers to his face. So hey, more power to him. Will Smith is definitely somewhere smacking the air. 5 fingers, 10 fingers. He's somewhere smacking the air. Um, and I don't even think he had to watch it. I just think he heard the stuff. But man, they're going through it. I hope we see no more red tables. Will, if you have something to say it like a man. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the Chris Rock stand up in the comments. Put y'all favorite jokes, man. What was some of y'all favorite lines that he had, man? And are you guys Chris Rock? Uh, are you guys typical Chris, or typically do you go for a Chris Rock stand up? Is that your bag? I mean, uh, let me know. So going from Chris Rock's Selective Outrage, uh, let's touch on Chris and Rock. I don't know if it's pronounced Chrisean or I'm gonna just say Chris and Rock. I mean, from one rock to another. And as far as Selective Outrage, this also has to do with another Chris Brown, who was speaking about. Uh, Obviously, he was a little. He felt the kind of way because Chrisean Rock or Chrisean Rock, whatever, however you pronounce it. It's 22-year-old girl. She's with this rapper that had a few songs. I don't know one Blueface song, but she's with Blueface, the rapper. And she's 22. He's 25. Uh, he met her on some, essentially for the love of Blueface. It's like like a dating show. I think it was called Blue Girls Club or something like that. And I had to do research for that. I wasn't watching that bullshit, so forget about that. But apparently that's how they met, and it was like a whole bunch of girls uh came over to stay at Blueface's house, R. Kelly style, and they competed for his love, like kind of like Flavor of Love. And I remember seeing some of the clips that went viral back in the day. I will say that I didn't know that they were from his show at the time, but I just thought it was, I don't know, just girls that he had fighting for him or something like that. Fist, like literally fist fighting. And Chrisean, whatever you pronounce it, Chris Ann, I'm gonna just say, uh, she had them hands since then. Like all you seen was her beating up girls, and it makes sense. She's a super athletic girl. Um, I'm not gonna say stout, but she got a little, she got athletic. She got a definite athletic build, like a track star type build. But she was somebody taught her how to throw because she was putting hands on them girls, and you think like typical girls, especially girls that are trying to get kept, aren't like necessarily fighters. Typical girls, so that was easy for her, easy work. And obviously, Blueface picked her at the end of this damn uh, train derailment of a show, I guess. But going back to the Chris Rock situation, uh, he definitely had a point. I think it definitely is selective outrage. But again, this is America. We're not gonna act like we don't like mess. We do. And shoot, even I like a little mess here and there. So I'm not even gonna act like I'm above any of that. Uh, but Blueface came back at him, kind of real gentleman gangster like. I give it to him, calling Chris Brown out for his. I'm not gonna call it jealousy, but you know, jumping into their business, put naming names and stuff like that. In regards to him calling out the, I guess, media society or whatever you want to call it for not coming at Blueface and Chrisean, who I guess they're on video like fighting. I haven't seen it. Um, no, actually, I have seen video of them fighting. Like, I don't know if it was back and forth or her attacking him or vice versa, but I know they're pretty volatile bunch. Like, they like to fight. It looks real toxic. Like I called them before, Bobby and Whitney. Um, and apparently people have tried to intervene and help her make better decisions, and even help uh, Blueface make better decisions. But that's what it is right now. This looks like this is gonna be for the foreseeable future. The hip hop Bobby and Whitney, man, very interesting how we've how we've fallen, because Chrisean looks like the more talented one of the bunch, ironically. But let me see. I'm saying Chrisean. Y'all, what is it, Chrisean or Chris Sean? Like, y'all let me know what it is in the comments, please, because it don't sound right. But but yeah, that's where we're at now. That's what hip hop has given us. Chrisean and or Chrisean and Chrisean and Blueface. That's where we're at. God damn, I'm so sick of gangster rap, man. I'm not gonna front, and that's coming from somebody who grew up on it. I was riding around Thug Motivation 101 in my little Toyota Corolla. My what was it, a Camry? My Camry. My Camry was, I had 212s in there, and Thug Motivation and the Carter 2. Like, these were like Bibles to me. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but that's hip hop. That's rap. That's what we were at. And I'm sick of it, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna front. I got kids now, and I'm gonna do my best as a father to make sure everything that's going through one ear and out the other, that they're consuming, or whatever the case is, from TV shows to music, is father and mother approved, right? That's a must in this society, man. Period. 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 Um, and before y'all go, I hear a lot of people. You've always it's like a age old debate, damn near now, since the days of Columbine, when people are like, "Oh, it's not the music. It's not the music at all. It's if you say it's the music, and maybe it's the video games, or maybe it's the movies." No, 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 no. Stop it. I'm gonna kill that one with one bar. In movies and in shows, we know that these are actors that are paid to pretend, right? In video games, these are characters created by designers, tech guys, computer engineers. I mean, they're creating these worlds and these characters, right? No matter how violent the video game. But rappers, specifically drill or gangster rappers, whatever you want to call them nowadays, they're selling a reality, whether it's true or not. They're selling a reality. They're not going around prior or before or after songs, or like at their shows or whatever. They're not putting disclaimers saying, "Hey, this is all fake. Don't listen to this. This is all fake and it's all." They're not doing that. This is real. And some of them are real criminals. I mean, Pooh Shiesty's locked up. I mean, King Von. I mean, a lot of y'all know his history. Damn, like, and I mean, I don't think this guy I'm gonna bring up now is the smartest person, but he's been looking like a genius lately. Uh, Kanye West. Uh, he brought up the industry, and I just wish he was a bit more strategic in his approach, because I think he could have opened up a lot, a lot. I think he could have opened up a lot that would have to have been addressed in society, like the role of hip hop and the death culture that it's brought onto. It's just urban America, you know. Uh, and even people in the country. I mean, I don't think Ja grew up in a major city. You listening to rap music and you want to be a thug. I grew up in a Christian household for the most part, but listening to this music made me want to hit the streets, made me want to go do something stupid. I'm just happy that I had a strong mother, and whatever spirit I have in me is one that leans towards building and not destroying. You know, because it could have easily went the other way. I got friends now that I got old friends, I should say, that I came up with that are murderers, or in prison or whatever the case is. So um, I think music, I think rap music has to take a lot of that. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's not everything because you got parents and stuff like that and people that are supposed to be in your life to take care of you and lead you the right way as opposed to leading you astray. But let's keep it funky, y'all. Like a lot of times we don't want to be honest about things that relate to quote unquote us, this thing they call black, this community that we have here in this country. But the truth is the truth. That Charleston white guy, I know he's a little weird at times, or maybe he looks a certain way so people don't take him serious, but he seems to be a guy that really does the work and he knows what he's talking about. It's just the way it comes out. I mean, that gets him the views, so I don't know. We got to do better, and we're gonna have a real conversation about the culture. You know what I mean? But that's all I got, y'all, man. That's all I have. Uh, Dear future robots, uh, when does hip hop die? Not necessarily the culture, but when does gangster rap and drill music die? I'm waiting. And to my today people, I appreciate y'all. I really do. Thank you for the support. I appreciate y'all listening. Um, Write me something, man. Like I said, turn me up on social media, man. Let me know if you guys see the end of hip hop coming. Let me know if y'all uh, enjoy what's going on, or if y'all feel like I do. All right, and if you got any questions, hit me. Um, I'll respond. You know, I love a great debate. You know, but let me know what y'all think. All right. But yeah, I'm about to get on with my day. Gotta go do a little shopping. Want to make some chicken thighs today, man. I've been into cooking lately, man, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, like I said, man, just let me know what y'all think. Dear future robots, this was your man Wendy. I'm loving this, y'all. I'm loving this, and I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I am out. Peace, love, dear future robots. And we really are just universes crashing, y'all. Every single one of them. So just do your best to leave a mark, all right? This is Wendy, dear future robots, signing out again. Peace.